the scoreline as well. We'll see who gets
Oh
closer.
man, that is tough because at the very beginning of this best of three, before we saw Inferno, I would have said NIP something like 16-10, 16-11. But after LDLC performed that way, I'm going to go with LDLC, dude. I think I'm going to go
Wow.
16-13 LDLC. I know that's a ballsy call, but
Yeah.
I just got a feeling. I think LDLC are going to take this.
Okay, so we don't really need to say numbers then because I'm going to say I think Nip are going to win. So we're going against each other. This rarely happens. This rarely happens, does it? I'm gonna say 16. I'm gonna say 14. I think hopefully it's gonna be a real nail biter, a real close contest, and you'd expect it actually after seeing Inferno.
Yeah.
But I do think Nip are gonna take it. I think they're too good to lose at 2-0. And especially keep saying this is an important match. Yeah, it's just a group match, but it's the group of death. The third team in this group with them is Navi. So whoever loses this one is most certainly going to be put onto the back foot. It's not like these are the two best teams in the group, and whoever loses doesn't really matter because they're expected to win every other game anyway. That's not the case. This is an important game, so I think that Nip are going to step it up, and we're going to see cash.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Because judging by our predictions, yes, we went for opposite teams, but very similar kind of scoreline. So we both feel this is going to be close, whichever way it goes. We have called this in the past, by the way, and a team's just smashed it. So you
Yeah.
never quite know in CS. It can be a strange beast at times, but LDLC definitely playing well in that first map. You had some glimpses of brilliance as well from NIP, so you never quite know how the chips are going to fall. Regardless, though, if you have just joined us, first map did go to LDLC in the end. I think it was 16-12 in the end, was it,
You're
Jono?
correct, yeah.
And we are just about to jump live into map number 2. We'll be DE Dust 2, and then after this, if we need it, will be Cash, which I'd love to see, honestly. I've kind of went with LDLC, but I'd love to see a third map.
Absolutely, that's what we want, the neutrals anyway. I mean, a lot of people have bet skins on Nip, so I think the majority of viewers today will want Nip to take this map. But we are live into this first round of the second map. Here we go, NIP starting on the terrorist side. Get Right pops ahead of NBK, who was very pushed up, and they kind of disregarded lowers, and Get Right was doing what Get Right does. He was lurking around there, got the frag, and now 4 plays 5, and the push is going to be up short all the way. Quite a lot of defense there, but Shoxy, what a shot. I lost my train of thought. I was going to say this is so far looking very bad for LDLC. Nip just doing the Glock train, pushing in, but Shoxy's got himself one. Can he get any more? It would be very impressive if he can. Gets another. Surely not. No, he's not going to get any more than that. That's asking far too much. Now Happy in a 1 versus 3. Gets Smiths off. Can he get a second? And that would be in a 1-on-1 and get Right's health. But it's not going to happen. So Forrest is going to pick him off. Bit of a strange round. Bit of a forwards and backwards affair. But Nip seal the deal. And, having lost the first map, they give themselves the good start on Dust 2. They do pick it up. And by the way, this is a T-sided map. So LDLC would have liked to have picked up that round most certainly, but they didn't, and it's 1-0 now for Nip.
Oh man, Shoxy was so close to getting a hat full of kills there, though, with his pistol. Nearly got the second, and the third player was on very low HP. But hey, that's CSGO in a nutshell. Happy's going to get one with a CZ, looking for a second. Get Right a bit too fast on the trigger. Did completely catch Exist off guard, though, with that positioning with the CZ. So, 1-for-1 trade. This is already looking pretty decent for LDLC. Look at that, though. Picking up the scout on Shoxy. So, going to be trying to do some work with that right now. Galil shots coming through. Kiyoshima was spotted popping across. It's being fired upon right now from Freiburg. Unable to connect the dots and get that frag. Shoxy's picked up the scout, and he's using that at the back of B. Has spotted Get Right, gets the frag on the second time of asking. And now LDLC, who are on eco, remember, are a player to the good. And Shoxy's moving away from B. He's actually going to be jumping through the window, going towards mid. And he has sussed out this could be an A push. Kiyoshima's on the bomb site. Shoxy looking. And for Flarent will make him pay with the Galil headshot. 3-on-3 situation. 38 seconds to go, Jono. And NBK has came round from the back. Gets himself one. Oh, Smith so close yet so far. It's all on Kiyoshima in a 1v2. And he's been tagged down to 41 HP.
Yeah, phenomenal round already from LDLC. Bringing it this close is it's not expected when you don't have guns. So to have done this to Nip, money-wise, and everything else, fantastic. Let's see. Just as I was about to start saying, let's see if he can win it. No, he can't. Forrest is just going to chuck a nade over and finish things off. That could have most certainly gone the other way. If Smith had got another kill, He didn't get any kills, but if he had, I think LDLC could have definitely won that round. But Nip just about managed to win that one. They're going to be pretty poor though, so they've got a Galil and Forest. It's going full eco, so yeah, a brilliant round from LDLC, all things considered. They made it seriously expensive, and well, still 2-0 is the scoreline, but with that round, LDLC just need to eco one more time, and they'll be bought out. Well, that would have been the case anyway, but it will be a decent buy because they're going to have plenty of money. And they spot one out on shore. That's Forest taking point with the pistol. Apparently, that's all he needs as he takes down Shoxy with a gorgeous headshot. And a 4 plays 5. Let's see if Nip can convert this one a little bit more smoothly this time.
That is definitely what they're hoping for, because these 2 rounds have been a bit of a struggle for them thus far. Here we go. Freiburg going to be taking point, pushing through short right now. There's some fire coming up from MBK, who gets a beautiful headshot onto Forest, and that will drop him down. So already, we're saying they need to take it more confidently. They have lost a player, but there's Freiburg. Damage control, gets himself a second. Exist will chime in as well. And now it's all down on Smiths. He's on B. And he's going to take the long way round. This is going to be another round to NIP, as you'd expect. They close it off a much more confident round this time around from the Swedes, and just losing one weapon, I should say, although it was a pistol from Forest. Smiths, I doubt he's going to pick up any frags here. It would be surprising to say the least.
Yeah, it's seriously unlucky, isn't it? You know, MBK got that headshot, and I was just thinking, oh god, here we go again. They're just going to unleash hell once again. You know, so much talent on this server. Seriously, these 2 teams are just brimming with talent, and yeah, I'm really enjoying watching LDLC, because I actually haven't seen them play before. The new iteration of them, but they're looking very, very strong. But nevertheless, they haven't picked up a round yet on this map. It's 3-0, and this is going to be the big one. This is going to be the all-important buy round. And look at that, Shoxy is going to go for that AWP. I bet he runs up middle with it. It sounds stupid, but he does it all the time. He's not going to be able to do it. Forrest is going to get the angle on him. Oh, good tag, actually. Kishima going down to half health without even seeing an enemy. What a fantastic start from Nip. Shame he couldn't get the frag, though. But, yeah, early exchange very much going the way of NIP. So, AWP versus AWP. Oh, sorry, I didn't even see that. Smiths has got an AWP as well. Double AWP setup from LDLC. So, this is going to be interesting. Let's see if they're going to be able to hold well, or if Nip are going to clinch this round as well, which, of course, put LDLC on the eco, obviously. And, what are they doing? They're just taking their time, not taking any risks whatsoever. Just going to get map control. Steady as you like, a minute on the clock.
Yeah, plenty of time to play with. Flash is coming out. MBK is going to be trying to hold fast in pit. Popping up with his M4, gets 1 frag. Could get his second as well. There we go. MBK with a huge place. Happy chimes in as well. 5 versus 2. And this is just what the doctor ordered as far as the Frenchmen are concerned. This should get themselves on the scoreboard. Exists, picked up the bomb. He's heading towards B with Get Right. Smiths is the only player actually covering that area right now, although Kirishima is in close proximity. I say he's the only player. He does have an AWP, and he's the kind of guy who can just fend off an onslaught very comfortably. Exist is now going to push through. He should be taken down any second now. As soon as Smith pops up, smoke has landed though. 23 seconds remaining, and Exist maybe just thinking about trying to save, although he's going to come head-to-head with Happy any second now. 14 seconds. Exist is going to get spotted, as does get fragged. LDLC with a clean sweep in the 4th round.
My gosh, what a round from them. This is a T-sided map, guys. Let me reiterate. This is generally where you'd expect to get the rounds, is on the terrorist sides. It's not a CT-sided map. It's not like, oh, finally they've got guns, things are going to carry on as normal, expect them to win. It's not like that. Nip are on the easiest side. So, flawless round. Very, very convincing. It's, you know, a great round from them. And a good start, having gone past the pistol round. So, still 2 AWPs in play, Shoxy and Smiths. And also, actually, Forrest has managed to buy up again with his AWP. So, let's see if he can make it work for him a little bit better this time round. Nip are just taking their time again. It seems to be the only thing they're interested in doing tonight. Taking their time, getting map control very steadily. And on Dust 2, it's important to get map control. So, I'm not criticising too much. But, you know, if things start going really bad for them, again, I do want to see them adapt a lot better than they did on Inferno, but still very early days. It's round number 5 of 15 in this first half. So, looks like they're going to go for mid-metas. Let's see if it's going to work out for them.
Yeah, mid/short. Not too sure which way they're going to go with this. Get Right still in tunnels as well. So, they have plenty of eyes looking across the board. Smokes, though, and it is certainly going to be a mid. Exist and Freiburg go through. Messiah gets 2, could get his 3rd as well, and he does pick it up through the smoke. Oh my goodness. Happy played so well in the first map. He has been taken down now from Flaren, but the damage has surely been done. It's all on Get Right. He has proved time and time again to be an incredibly strong player, but a 1 versus 4, I didn't fancy his chances. Shoxy gets the frag. Oh my goodness, though, Happy just went huge in mid.
I know, man. I mean, again, the second buy round, very much in the hands of the Frenchman. Another fantastic round. It's almost a bit of a worrying sign. So Nip possibly struggling. It's still very early days, but LDLC looking very good in these buy rounds. So here comes the eco push. Smith's shooting the foot off Freiburg, but not managing to get the frag. Smith's just gonna seal the deal with a grenade, and Shoxy coming in with grenade kill as well. Gets himself another and another. Take a bow. Nicely done from him. Yes, eco frags, but making it look sexy. So we're all tied up. 3-3 now. LDLC winning every single buy round. So certainly looking very good for them in these early buy round stages. Buy round stages. I'm not sure if that's really a term, but all square here. And yeah, both teams going to be brought up again. So let's see if Nip can finally get themselves back on the board with guns. Smiths just missing that shot. Maybe should have been able to get that. Actually, reaction's not quite there. But Nip once again just getting map control. Metas, are you there? Are you there? No, I think he's just nipped off the toilet, so I'll continue. I'm not being greedy, he's just not there. Nip once again taking their time. They're just in the middle. The bomb's there as well. They haven't really got that much information yet, so that's kind of the aim of the game at this point. Reconnaissance. How are LDLC playing it? Where should we push? You know, that's what you want to try and do in the early stages of the round. Try and work out your opposite number, and they've been struggling to do that so far. But I think they're going to be going towards short this time round. So they've got the bomb there. Forest and Freiburg going to be taking point. And Forest through the smoke, tagging Happy. Must have seen him. Happy manages to get away with his life though. 22 points of health for him. No early frags. So 40 seconds. What are Nip going to do? It's probably going to be an A play. They've got one member on long. Let's see if NBK can take him down. If he does, things would probably be very solid for LDLC. But if NBK goes down, then it's going to be split from long and short. So Exist gets the opening frag onto Shoxy. Get Right falls though. And now Met, it's a 4-on-4 situation. I believe you're back. Nip are not going to get the ground actually. MEK gets 2. So the time's almost run out for them here as well. It's not looking great for Nip as MBK gets another. Fine stuff from him. Finally drops, but it's probably too little too late. It's Exist now with no time on the board. But he gets the bomb down. 2-on-1. This is actually doable for Exist. Let's see if he can step up.
Definitely doable, especially if he can get that first frag. He does get the second as well. Are you kidding me, Exist? He's clutched the round. And NIP take the 4-3 lead. What about that for reactions? Completely smashing. Oh my goodness, what a time to come back into the game.
Yeah, welcome back. Crazy. Wow, okay, Exist. I'm just taking a breath there. What an amazing 2-on-1. Lovely play from him. Maybe that's what Nip needs, just somebody to step up, show some individual brilliance. But we're going to be seeing Nip having picked up that buy round finally, just taking it slowly once again. They've got a galley on Freiburg, but it's not really that much of a big deal. But on the other side, actually, LDLC are going to be able to fully rebuy. So double up setups, clearly what they're favouring here. And, they did just lose one buy round, but since then, up till then, things were working out very well for them. So definitely not worth changing up on this, having just lost one, if I get my words out, they don't want to change it up yet. They're going to go back to what they were doing and try and make it work for them again. But Nip going towards short again, so let's see if it's going to work out for them once again.
Yeah, they are. Forrest does have the AWP. He gets a nice shot there on Shoxy. And he's trying to cross back onto the site from long. And will be punished for that one. Bomb site is now completely open and clear to plant on. Freiburg's going to be planting for long, I believe that is. And I just switched over to NBK to see him destroy Get Right. And he will now be going in towards long himself. 4-on-4 situation. Bomb's been planted. NIP in definitely the better situation here. But not anymore. MBK gets a beautiful little headshot. Gets a second as well. Anything Exist can do, MBK can do better, he's trying to tell us right now. Kiyoshima does make short work of the short player. I believe that was Exist. Indeed it was. And now it's all on for Flaren. He's going to come in. Nothing's going to happen. NBK take a bow. That was all his doing. He's on 11-4 as well, Jono. He's exploded on Dust.
That was phenomenal. That was such nice play from him. He even pushed round short, got a frag there, which was great. Well, like you said, destroyed him, and then pushed all the way around back long because obviously it was empty. And so at that point, LDLC had Nip in a corner. They had them pincered, so from every angle they pushed in. But it wasn't even a case of them being tactically good. He just hit some amazing shots. So very nicely done. And look at this. LDLC pushed 2 members into the lower. And Happy's going to have his teammates back as he pushed around there. So lovely teamwork once again from a fairly new team. You know, really encouraging signs from them. And a 5th round on the board for LDLC is going to put them once again in the lead. On the harder side, let me emphasize that. CT is the harder side. So LDLC looking very good indeed. Nip are going to be able to buy? Yes, they are. A bit of a scrape buy, though, because the money isn't great. So, yeah, things are not looking amazing for them right now. They need to claw back some rounds here. They're probably going to be aiming for about 9 on the terrorist side. So, yeah, they've got their backs against the wall here, Mez.
You certainly do, and as you say, a scrape buy. Unable to buy up really any flashbangs, just smokes. There's Forrest, though. He'll be pushing aggressively, gets himself the second, but the rest of his team is being picked to pieces. They have brought it back to a 2-on-2, though, so this is still salvageable right now from the Swedes. Shoxy on short with the CZ is pushing through. Unbeknownst to him, Get Right is just in those lower B tunnels around the side. He's not going to spot him out just yet. Does have the AWP, going to be peeking onto A. Forrest is lurking. Get Right coming around from the backside. Shoxy has sensed this one out. He is edging around ever so slowly. He gets the AWP shot off. It doesn't connect though. And he does get tagged up for 54 HP. He peeks the corner with the CZ just as the molly was being thrown. Get Right must be face palming so hard. And there's Kiyoshima in CT spawn. Gets the spray down on Forest. That was looking like it could be a good round for NIP for a few seconds. But again, LDLC stepping up to the plate.
Yeah, they see a little bit of a light coming through the door, but before they can get that LDLC slam it shut. And look at this equipment. Smith's going for the Scar 20 and Shoxy's still going for the AWP. So 2 scope rifles, a lot of guns, a lot of big arsenal, and it's an eco round from NIP. So Happy is it was been a bit cavalier actually, just running all the way up middle on his own. Didn't really get anything done from it. He's going to back on out, which is certainly the wise move in that situation. So no early frags, and as I say, an eco round here for Nip. So you'd expect LDLC to pick it up. I'm actually Happy kind of failing to get a frag quickly, and Freiburg Forest both getting one each. So, as I say, they should. Whether they will or not is a completely different matter. NIP now with a chance possibly to take this eco round. I mean, they've still got guns, haven't they, LDLC, and they've still got full health. But, you know, they brought it to a 3-on-3. So certainly a good eco round already in this one. So, 6-4. Let's see what they can do.
Well, this would be a huge round for them to clutch out if they manage to do so. NBK, though, he has been on form so far. 14-5, Shoxy 13-5 with 3 assists. So, both doing a nice job. Kiyoshima's camping on B. Feel like the A or mid are going to be the places where we're going to see the action. The hot spots for Flaren with a nice little dink onto NBK. Now pushing towards B. So Kiyoshima is going to be in play. Peeks around the corner. Will get the shot down there onto for Flaren. And now it's all on Freiburg, who's taking the long way around back through B tunnels towards B itself. Kiyoshima has thought about this. He has covered the situation as well. The pistol more than likely will not be enough. And that will be Kiyoshima with the deagle, actually. So I guess the pistol did reign supreme in the end. And the 7-4 scoreline is in effect. This will be a full buy-up, though, from NIP. And they've got an AWP on Forest.
Yeah, speaking of buy-ups, this is what LDLC have got to do now, having lost a few members in that round. It was fairly close, so they're going to have to rebuy 3 guns, and of course that costs money, and it's all about the money in this game. So it's a big deal. So a good round, all things considered, for NIP, with it being an eco. But they would have liked to have won it, and I'm sure they would be a lot more happy had they won a few more rounds already, because 7-4 is a seriously good scoreline for LDLC here on the CT side. NIP are a very strong CT team, yes, but, you know, LDLC, they just look very strong right now. So, certainly NIP with the work to do. They need to get some more rounds on this half for me. 4's not enough. It's simply not enough. If they lose the pistol, they've only got one. They've got a 1-round cushion. And, yeah, it's NIP, but, you know, the way LDLC are playing right now, I just really don't see it being enough rounds for them. So, I think they'll want to get at least 6. 5 possibly workable, but 6 will be the target. Well, 8 will be the target, but I think 6 they could be reasonably happy with, considering how this has already gone. So no early exchanges. It's been quite a slow-paced game, hasn't it? Neither team really rushing. CT's not pushing, and Nip. I don't think they've rushed anywhere once, have they?
They have been very slow, and this is a similar situation, if you remember back, John, to Inferno as well, and we kind of called them out a couple of times on that. That they need to be a bit more aggressive, they need to push bomb sites quicker. Maybe that's what they're going to start to do towards the end of this half here. Not too sure, but they have stacked up on short. 23 seconds to go. They have to commit to A. There's not enough time to go to B from this position. Freiburg is going to be going through with Exist. Joxy's on the bomb. He is going to peek up for Flower and gets the first frag, though. And that will be in long doors, I believe. Now going to be pushing round Exist again with a nice frag. Get right comes in. And with 7 seconds to go, they get the bomb down and a clean sweep round. That is going to do the world of good to their confidence here on Dust 2.
Yeah, where did that come from? I don't know. They've lost so many rounds in a row, and then they're just like, actually, no, we'll win now. They do it in fine fashion. They don't drop one member, and actually they did that a bit quicker. They pushed short with a bit more haste, didn't they? They got the control of short, and they got control of middle a little bit, and then they just rushed through short, which was a fast strategy. So yeah, a change of pace, and it worked out for them. They've got the 5th round on the board now. Still probably not enough for them. It's not ideal. 5 rounds, so they'll certainly want to pick up a few more. Fifth Flaren opens up onto NBK, and that's gonna open up several doors because NBK is the lone long player, and they probably know that. So it's interesting to see what they're going to do with that kill. But Kirshima's actually, in the meantime, got one back. So we're all square again at 4-all. And Nip not choosing really to do anything with the frag they got on long. This is an interesting decision. I would have probably said an A split at that point fast would have been a good idea. Because, you know, MBK's famous for playing solo long. But nevertheless, they haven't done that. Now Forrest is going to find Messiah, who is happy in the middle. But in the meantime, Kirishima pushed in tunnels, got himself a frag. And a 3-on-3 situation is now what's going to go down. Let's see who's going to get the next frag. It's going to be important. It's going to be Freiburg. So Shoxy, without doing anything, falls. And all of a sudden, a pretty tough sport for LDLC.
Yeah, very sticky situation for them. The good news is, for Flower's got 34 hit points, Freiburg on 55. So not all full on the hit points tally, but they have the player disadvantage and the bomb's been planted. So they may very well just want to go for exit frags or save their weapons here. Not too sure which one they're going to choose. It would appear that Kiyoshima is hungry for frags. He wants to try and make something happen. Jumping up there, trying to get the shot. There's Smiths on short. Does get one before being dropped himself. And now on a 1v2, Kiyoshima's like, okay, don't have enough time. I'll go back. We've got a frag. I'll keep that M4. So they are going to save up, and it will be 7-6.
Yeah, so they've got that one round. Now they've got 2 following. So we could even see them win the half, which would have... It'd be almost a mini comeback, wouldn't it? Because LDLC were looking very, very strong. But... you know, it's just like that. It's flipped round, and actually LDLC on the eco, so they don't have money to buy, which would more than likely actually see us at 7-7 all square. So Nip, they've they've woken up. They've got a few rounds here, and a real chance of winning the half. So you know they've come back into this fighting. LDLC, as I say, have only got pistols. Apart from Kirishima, of course, saved that M4. So let's see what damage they can do. If they can get a few frags, that'd be great for the money. And yeah, well, basically just for the money. But obviously they'd like to win the round, but it's not expected of them. So that one frag already, in the form of Get Right dying, is a fantastic start. Let's see if Forrest is going to get a frag. Misses by an inch there, and we're still at 4 versus 5. And once again, surprise, surprise, Nip taking their time.
Yeah, and they've really liked this mid as well. Just kind of waiting until around 30-35 seconds to go, and then pushing through mid, bunch of smokes, and then just rushing it. This time around, though, maybe going through short, and this is what we do see a lot of teams do on T side. Again, Kiyoshima and Smiths pushing through B tunnels. We saw them do this a couple rounds ago as well, and they did get a frag for their trouble. So this is giving them information. This is allowing LDLC to know, okay, it's probably a short. They're probably going to be coming short right now. Forrest goes in first with the C dead. Does get the frag. There's a couple more, though. Exchange. Messiah, or Happy, as he's also known as, will return back. For Flaren gets himself a kill. There's Kiyoshima. It's back and forth. But, so far, NIP in the driver's seat. They've got the bomb down as Kiyoshima with a beautiful headshot onto Exist. Will take that equality and flush it down the toilet once again. Freiburg, though, comes back, gets one. He's in good position here to connect the dots and does get the second kill. 7-7 at the scoreline. NIP will be very happy with this, considering at one point it was, what, 7-4?
Yeah, no, definitely, absolutely, a really, really good comeback, and like I say, a very real chance of winning the half, having lost so many rounds in a row, like you say. So, pretty back and forth, and what a great round from Freiburg. Lovely 1-on-2 clutch there. Had Smiths got the frag onto, I think it was Fifth Lauren, I think they probably would have won it, but yeah, very forwards and backwards, and in the end, Freiburg came up big in that 2-on-1. So he won the round for his team, and all square, as we say, 7-all. So yeah, nice comeback from Nip, and. Let's see if they can actually take the half, which would be, yeah, a great result. You know, if you offer them 8-7 at the start of the map, I'm not sure they would have taken it. They probably might have gone for 9-6 or maybe even 10-5. But, you know, in the situation they were in earlier, offering them 8-7 then, they would have most certainly taken it. So, yeah, they can be reasonably happy with the half as a whole. But this is the final round of it, and Nip just taking their time once again. And it's been working for them in the last few rounds, so there's no point trying it up. It's just the fact of being a bit too predictable for me, because they've done this slow A push a lot of rounds in a row now. So it seems to me that LDLC they've caught on, and Shoxy pushed through there and got an early frag. So that's going to give him team the advantage. And, I was going to say, who's going to get that exchange? It's going to be for Floweren. So NBK drops. Now Shoxy is in a very tough position. And he goes down without even seeing an enemy. So grenades raining in. Oh, lovely flick from Happy, actually. Forrest, had he got that frag, would have, you know, opened the bomb site up massively for them. But instead, it's going to be a 3-on-2. It's going to be the after plant scenario. Who's going to win the half? It's all going to come down to this.
Bomb is down for NIP, but they don't have the player advantage. That's a poor grenade for Flower, and I think that landed on Exist and knocked about 40 hit points away from him. And that could prove to be crucial. Exist, though, it's going to go huge with that first frag. Can't connect the docks. Now for Flower in a 1-on-1. It was a 1v2 beforehand. He has to back on off. He's got the bomb planted for this position. He will be able to peek again. There is Kiyoshima, who gets the kill and the defuse as well. And that will be 8-7 to LDLC going into halftime. We thought this would be a close game, and so far it's living up to the hype.
Yeah, they've delivered. We asked for a good game. They've delivered. It's been great. I'm gonna just be a bit cynical here and be a bit critical, because I feel like it's my job to do that. For Flaren in that play, he played that awfully. Everybody knows when you press E on a bomb as a CT, when you defuse, you have 5 seconds. Okay, so he peeked straight away after he heard the defuse sound. Instead of waiting, had he waited, let's say 2 seconds before peeking out, the time would have been a lot closer. He could have played the waiting game there, but instead he overextended, he pushed out, and Kiyoshima was kind of gifted that clutch, in my opinion. So bad play from Fifth Lauren. But we won't end on that negative point, eh? What a great map. 8-7. LDLC actually come back and win the half in the end. I was kind of expecting Nip actually to get 8-7 on the roll that they were on. So good stuff from LDLC in the last round. Of course, the roll's going to be reversed, aren't they? Is your money still on LDLC? If you had the chance to change your bet?
I would always stick to my guns. I'll stick to my gut feeling, which is LDLC will win this. But I realise that is probably a bit of a controversial thing to say. What did I say? 16-13 to LDLC, I think. But I kind of went for at the beginning.
They were going to be close.
Could still go that way. I think this is going to go right down to the wire. NIP are known for being good on CT side of Dust too. But yeah, LDLC, their attack on Inferno in particular was very impressive to me. They had some great rounds on T side.
Yeah, and it was adaptable, wasn't it? They lost so many rounds in a row, and then they just suddenly changed it up and they started winning rounds. So that shows they've got the the aptitude on terrorist side as well. So here we go, 8-7 is the halftime score. We're back into it. This is the second half. By the way, this is the Hitbox CS Arena Championship. Group D, LDLC pushing up shore here. Get Right's going to be the man that says, you're not coming up. And look at that. They get 3 fast frags. And it's Fifth Lion still on short. Drops as well. Happy, he's just turning around, getting frag after frag. Get out, finds himself another there. And LDLC only dropped 1 round. Sorry, 1 man. And in terms of the game, that's big. Because that's going to put them at least now. Well, you don't expect them to get at least 11. And now they're on the easier side betters. Nip would have certainly liked to have got that round.
For sure. They would have liked to have got that round, but not going to happen. Kiyoshima, MBK pushing up B, Shoxy and Smiths in mid. And you're going to have Happy camping by long, trying to catch NIP off guard, realizing they're going to be on the eco. They may try something a bit out of left field. Get Right has picked himself up as scout. This is something we've seen a lot from teams recently. as it is a pretty cheap weapon. Of course, if you get that headshot, it is going to be one hit, one kill. Let's have a look how it pays off for them. LDLC, very slow, steady approach as we saw from NIP as well, and that's what I'm talking about, is Get Right with a beautiful scout shot onto Shoxy. Didn't know what hit him exist from the side from short. Does get Kiyoshima. So the first 2 frags going down, make that the first 3. NIP are playing this eco perfectly. And Get Right gets another. Are you kidding me? The bomb's been dropped in mid. It's all on NBK. He must be like, guys, WTF. What the hell just happened? And he's going to get picked off from Flaren, surely. Well, Flaren is going to get himself killed. I thought he was in prime position to get that frag. NBK is going to have to go through another 4 players. He is pushing from long. Must be able to hear exist. Going back down to CT spawn. He desperately needs to find that frag. Beautiful shot though on Forest. NBK could pull this off. The only downside is the bomb's been dropped in mid. And NBK has 20 seconds, now actually shy of 20 seconds, to make a clutch happen. He's going to get caught from Get Right, surely. Yes, he will. Valiant attempt. NIP get the eco.
Yeah, I mean, great effort from him, but the round as a whole from LDLC, terrible. You know, they were the favourites to win that one, as I say, and they lost it horribly. They kind of went they went 1 by 1 everywhere. They didn't really have a coherent plan. The plan was just to get map control, but yeah, it just did not work out for them whatsoever. So, I mean, you could just say a great round from NIP, but LDLC didn't play that one so well. And now it's 8-9 instead of 11-7. So, NIP come right back in the second round and, you know, set off the... It's not a comeback, but, you know, they get their troops back on track to this victory. So, all of a sudden, it's going to be a lot closer, a lot earlier. And LDLC kind of mirroring what was done to them. They're going to be picking up 1 scout. And a few CZs, but that's about it. And they're going to be taking their time, just like what was done to them. They're going to just take their time, not pushing anywhere too hastily, try and figure out the CTs. And Forest is going to get action here on the tunnels, gets 1. You'd expect him to get a few more, but that smokes them a world of good. And Smith has pushed in, found Freiburg. Smith gets the second. Lovely from him, and that's the B bomb site in the hands of LDLC. Now let's see if Get Right can get anything done. He does get 1 onto Shoxy. That's going to bring it back to a 3-on-3. And Messiah Happy takes down Flaren. 2-on-2 now, forwards and backwards. Eco rounds galore. This is just not by the playbook. It's not what should happen. The team with guns should win the rounds, but they haven't won it yet. So 2-on-2. Kishima might just spot out Get Right here, and the flank is very real. Exist is going to be pushing it in any minute now from behind. They're going to be aware of this, surely. Yeah, they are now. They're going to duck down. Exist going to push in. Get Right pushing in. Takes down Smith. 1-on-1. Get Right versus Kishima, but Get Right with the galley control of a galley expert. I don't know. We all know he's great at spraying. Good play from him, and I think he actually got tagged there actually. So
he did,
a bit unlucky from Kiyashima, but nevertheless NIP, you know, hanging by a thread, managed to get that round in the end. So 9-all.
Yeah, he had 7 HP at the end, and that is.
It was tight.
It was tight. That's definitely one way of putting it. People in chat saying I nearly had a heart attack. I can definitely relate to that, because this game, it is going just as close as we expected it to. We both called it to be 16-13, 16-14 kind of scoreline. That's how we feel it would come down, and so far it's definitely going that way. LDLC with the eco are going to be going towards mid, taking a page maybe out of NIP's book. You can see there 3 players stacked on A long. Exist for Flower and Get Right, all looking in opposite directions. Existing for Flower now looking both towards CT spawn. Get Right looking towards long doors, and that's where Happy is currently resided. Here we go. LDLC could be pushing. Nope, smoke has just landed in front of them. So that's going to hold to them for now. 1 minute to go on the timer, Jono. And they are going to be pressing that green light, the go button. Kiyoshima with the first frag with the deagle. There's the spray down again from Get Right. Nice double. He's now looking towards long, gets himself the triple. And there's the Exist coming in for another frag, and he will finish things off nicely. It was an eco round, so we can't get too ahead of ourselves, but still, NIP holding strong.
Man, Get Right is so good at spraying. It's ridiculous. That's all he does, man. It's not like it's a bad thing. It's just he's literally the best in the world. Probably not a rifle control in general, but that's up for debate. But what isn't up for debate is his spray control. Definitely the best in the world, and he's highlighting it there, showcasing his skills, just spraying down the eco frags. Lovely shot from Kiyoshima, wasn't it? But they didn't get the bomb down, didn't really get much done in the end. So a fairly unsuccessful eco round. And NIP, by the way, have taken the lead again, so 10-9. And this is, I'm not sure if it's their favoured side, but they're very, very good on CT, like you said. They probably favour, you know, they fancy their chances in this map, to be honest. Being on CT side, they've got one round against their opponents now. But let's see what's going to happen in this round. It's a big one for me because it's kind of, it's 2/3 into the game. And both teams trying to gain some momentum. NIP nearly have, you know, got some steam behind them, but they haven't quite got enough steam to really call it momentum. So LDLC still with a chance to shunt any momentum built up already. So yeah, big round. And well, 40 seconds on the clock. Nothing really happened yet. I think they're going to go towards A. So let's see if NIP are up to the challenge. Fifth Lauren's going to miss the shot. Shoxy isn't though. He's going to take the head off Fifth Lauren. It's going to make him pay for missing that shot. We probably should have got that as well. But nevertheless, Get Right's still on long. They're going to get the bomb down, but as long as Get Right's alive, there's a lot of angles to worry about. And it's not going to be easy for them, as a lot of quick fire frags happen. Get Right spraying. Too long range there, misses the shot, and Forest in a 2-on-1.
It's 2-on-1. He is being encircled right now from Happy, who will secure the kill. 10-10. Deary, deary me, could this game be any closer? Look at that, though, on the side of LDLC. 18, 17, 17, 15, and 9. And on the other side, 17, 17, 14, 10, 9. It could not be any closer here, John. Nothing to separate these teams.
Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it? It's great. Smith, interestingly enough, is bottom fragging. He's a player that, oh, wow, Happy just picks up Exit's head. Yeah, he's a player that's like fairly well known to be good on Dusty. That's one of those things. It's like, it's one of his favourite maps because he always performs well on it. So he's bottom fragging, and LDLC still going toe-to-toe, one of the best teams in the world. So certainly no mean feat. MEK is going to find the head of Forest, and that's going to see themselves with a two-man advantage. And of course, they're going up against Pistols in this one. So 10-0 with the likelihood of it being 11 to LDLC. Did Get Right buy the AWP this round?
Yep.
Wow.
Ballsy.
Audacious, yeah. Oh, hello. Fifth Lauren and Freiberg both get frags. So this is certainly doable for NIP now. Let's see. The push is going to come in. Freiberg's a man defending. If they can take him out without him getting any more frags, then we'd expect normal service to be resumed. And Kiyoshima does indeed take him down, but Get Right is still alive and large with that AWP. So it's a 2-on-2. Who would your money be on in this situation? It's just too tight to call, man.
It would have to be, judging from the position, the fact the bomb's just been planted, LDLC. Especially they just got that first frag on Get Right, who was snaking his way in. For Flaren, he's, well, I was about to say, he's between a rock and a hard place, and he has just been dropped for his troubles. So that's 11-10 now to LDLC, but what we've seen so far on this game is that one team starts to take a lead, the other just claws it back. So who knows? Probably 11-11 is my prediction here for NIP in this next round.
Yeah, I mean, we can even see overtime. That'd be great. So I mean, it's not unlikely the way it's going. So yeah, really close, exciting match. It's been brilliant. So this is round 22 of 30, as you can see at the top. I'm so grateful for that, you know, because I used to struggle to work out what round it is. It's like my maths is that bad, especially hungover. But anyway, no early frags. An early push though through middle. Freiberg's going to stop it before it even really started, and Kiyoshima drops, and a 4-on-5 situation now, the advantage in the hands of the Swedes. So let's see if they can make something with it and bring it back all square. That's your prediction. Probably won't argue with you. Can MEK find the head of Forest? He does finally, but Get Right's already got one in the meantime. Freiberg has jumped straight into B, so he's going to be there defending, and well, it does go down now, so 3-on-3. They're still very forwards and backwards. I think the bomb's going towards B. Yeah, so it's going to be bomb plant after plant, sorry, scenario for NIP on this B side.
Well, MBK has been tagged down low. Get Right is just waiting in the wings. He is Call Viper, ready to strike, and he does strike on MBK. He was very low, so the one bullet did the trick. But that now gives them the player advantage. Bomb's been dropped from LDLC. Hasn't gone for the plant just yet. Flash comes out. Need to be careful from B-Tunnels. Exist is going to be moving in very shortly. For Flaren walks in the wrong place at the wrong time, and he will get punished for that mistake. Smoke comes out there from Existence, I believe that was. Not quite blocking everything off, although it will block off the long defense. Here comes Get Right. He's going to get taken down from Smith. Exist comes in. The bomb's already been planted. He gets the first kill. Can he connect it and get the second? He's spraying through, very nearly gets on Smith, who's got his Glock out and gets the headshot as well. And that will be LDLC, 12-10 to the good, but these rounds are constantly going down to the last player or two.
With a Glock, are you kidding me? He just gets his Glock out, one-on-one, no problem. Just spins to the head, gets that frag, and yeah, I kind of thought Nip probably should have, it's not a case of them should have getting it, but they certainly could have, but the big factor was Smiths. He covered the bomb planter, which was the first thing, so that allowed the bomb to go down. And then he got the one-on-one. So great play from Smiths. And it's a very close round, but you know, it was won by LDLC. And now they've cemented, look at this, a massive lead, Metas, in terms of this game. A 2-round lead for them now, 12-10. And we do see Nip on the eco, but they've won the eco rounds before. But you know, if they don't win this round, then LDLC have actually gathered a little bit of a lead, and they would start to think about being favourites in this map. But yeah, 4-on-4 early exchanges, all leveled out, and plenty of time on the board. They're just taking their time once again.
And the thing is, the LDLC are keeping things fresh here. You know, they're going to B, they're going to A, they're going through mid. They're really keeping NIP on the edge of their seat, on their tiptoes. This time it's going to be B again. NIP seems to have called this, but it's not going to matter because they have the huge disadvantage when it comes to weaponry. Existo and Freiburg both chiming in with pistol frags. And that will be a 2-on-2. Bomb's been picked up by Smiths. They do have an AWP and an AK at their disposal, so you would fancy them here. But for Flam with the AK coming around from the back, Smiths needs to pull that AWP out and do work on for Flam. That's exactly what happens. Exist does get the CZ shot there, trying to move across. He's being tagged up, 49 HP. He's got himself an AK-47. This is a must-win round, and he does get it for NIP. Another eco victory for them. LDLC will be kicking themselves. And look at their economy as well. They can't even buy up. They could try and force something, but 1,400. The Kiyoshima, 12-11 the scoreline.
No, exactly the same situation as last round. The 2-on-2 became 1-on-1 with Smiths and Exist, but this time Exist avenged himself, got the revenge, and he got the 1-on-1. So they've both won a 1-on-1 each, so 1 point each. Let's see what happens again. It was an interesting thing because they didn't plant in the same place. They actually planted like out in the open for tunnels, and I didn't see if he faked it or not. But you know, he got charged from door, and Smiths wasn't able to cover properly. So things went, you know, didn't go their way that time. But Freiburg's going to be the man defending B here from middle. He's going to be pushed all the way up. Oh wow, lovely play. Finds 2, great stuff from him. And a clean sweep. Yeah, clean sweep indeed for Nip. 12-12, lovely round from them. LDLC not stepping up to plate on the eco. So, all square once again. And I think Matt has just got a drink. We're both a bit ill. I think my voice sounds really groggy, so I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm trying my best. Hopefully it's not unbearable. Hopefully you can bear the sound of my voice. I'm sorry if it does sound really groggy. But all square, 12-all. And LDLC opting for a double eco. So they seriously ran out of money. They're trying to put a lot of money back in the kitty. And they're going to be fully equipped going into the 26th round, which will be the one after this one. No early frags and not much map control. Welcome back, Metas. Nothing's really happened. LDLC, as you can see, on our eco. But they haven't pushed anywhere yet. So...
yeah, man, I'm just, I had to go and get myself a drink.
I was telling the people how we're both a bit ill, so we're both dying on our feet.
Jeez, man, and this game could not be any more exciting. It couldn't be any closer. So even more reason for me to go replenish the bottle of water that I have next to me. Regardless, so as you were saying, I just came back to catch the tail end of what you were talking about. That's the eco, in effect, from the Frenchman. There is Forrest just smashing down players left, right, and centre. Freiburg comes in to claim himself one. Happy tried his best, but he's not going to claim that frag, knocking Forrest down to 2 hit points. 13-12 NIP. This game ebbing and flowing. LDLC will get the buy up, and they need to convert this round.
Yep, so they're going to be picking up 1 up on Messiah. Is he going to keep it? Happy's AWPing, alright. Oh, he's going towards long. Maybe he had the long spawn. No, he's backing on out. Okay, interesting. Are they going to change the AWP out? Yeah, I don't remember Happy ever AWPing, so that's why. Okay, maybe he is. Maybe he's going to step up to be the AWPer in this team. It's interesting. Nevertheless, 12-13. And no early exchanges. Something we've become accustomed to. Both sides opting to, you know, slow, methodical play on this terrorist side. And Freiburg is going to be the man possibly getting action. No, they're going to back on out and go towards short. So they're going to get control of short. From there, they can or they can go to A, or they can push through mid. Short's a great place to have control of, and as a terrorist, you'll always want to go and get it. So Fifth Flower was stuck exposed out from a wall, bit of a misplay. He got flashed and he didn't move. I don't know, did he lag out? It's strange. Anyway, he gets taken out now, and LDLC have the opening. They've got the A bomb site, and thanks to that update, they're going to be able to plant for short. And it's short in their control, it is, so they're just going to need to hold on to short. And Smith with a lovely shot onto Exist, misses the second. But shouldn't matter that much, as now it's a 3-on-5 situation. So once again, LDLC probably going to pick up this round. Smith's doing brilliant work, using the barrel so well, just avoiding being killed for far too long. And well, LDLC, they drop one man, but they're going to get the AWP, no problem. He's going to be able to rebuy. And we're all square again, 13 all, wow.
We're all square on frags as well. I mean, you open the scoreboard up, there's nobody pulling away from the pack. You know, pretty much everyone chiming in, pulling their own weight. And, geez, it's just so close right now. Full buy up again from NIP. They've actually got an auto sniper on Exist and the open forest, of course. So let's see how this one pays out for them. Two players pushing down long form. That's for Flower and Get Right. Exist is on A bomb site. Forest is around mid, pushing back to B. And, of course, that will leave Freiburg on B. LDLC have yet to fully commit to either bomb site, just lurking around in mid. Happy watching into long doors. Get Right was there, but he's just pulled himself back. So, close, tense atmosphere, as you'd expect from a 13-13 scoreline map. If you have just joined us, 16-12 was the first map scoreline that went to LDLC on Inferno. So NIP simply have to win this map to take it into a third deciding cash. LDLC are going to want to finish it out in the 2-0. Looking to push short here, Jono. And this, you have to feel, could be such a crucial round.
Yeah, absolutely, because they'll be on 14 and the money as well won't be great. So, early exchanges towards tunnels. I thought they were going to push short there, like you say, but maybe they heard Exist Scar 20 and they just got frightened, which is fair enough. But no, they're going to be splitting A. So there's 3 members here on the defense for NIP, 2 of which are situated near long, and 1 on site. So it's Get Right taking point on long. He's just going to spray through. Of course he is. Of course he's spraying. And Forrest is going to sight NBK, who does drop. And Smith has got one back. Get Right still at car, still getting frags. Gets 2 frags, in fact. So, great play from him. Exist is going to sit up and just hold angle with the Scar 20 and pick up that round for his team. And the money. The money, like I said, is bad. It's really bad for LDLC. Now, this is the decision. Do they try and force it up and go for a normal time win? They do. Okay, so they're not choosing to give 15 and go for overtime. So a big call, actually, from LDLC. Must win round. Crucial round. If they lose this one, it's all but over. So NIP, they can feel it. They've come through quite the journey, but now it's getting very close for them. Big round here, LDLC. With 2 pistols, let's see if they can step up and continue their hopes of winning this in a 2-0 fashion.
Oh, we've seen so many eco round wins so far in this best of 3 that you can never put it past them. But there's the first frag from Forrest. He probably should have got the second. He will be falling down. LDLC now pushing towards B. Shima gets the kill. And this round has been well and truly blown open from the Frenchman. Bomb's been planted. Of course, when I say eco, I mean half an eco with the 2 pistols. Regardless, though, player advantage. Bomb's been planted. NIP. Again, in familiar territory. We saw this a bunch of times on Inferno. We're unable to clutch it out. Get Right, though. He's going to get himself the frag on Happy. Plenty of time to play with on that bomb. It is ticking down, though. And BK gets the frag onto the window, looking for the second one. There's Exist with the auto sniper. And now time has run out. They're going to get the exit frags. Get Right takes down Shoxy. But the round will go to LDLC. And going forward at the start of that round, Jono, I did not fancy their chances. All even once again.
Yeah, I mean, neither. They took the risk. They gambled. They were like, force buy. We got this. Come on. And they take the round. 14 all. This is turning out to be quite an epic matchup. One that might just go down history. I mean, this is an online tournament, but for the prize pool, 10,000. It's like a big tournament. So this, yeah, classic match. 14 all. LDLC versus NIP. Who's going to do it? I mean, bear in mind, guys, LDLC, as you said just a few moments ago, Matt, as LDLC won the first map. So, Nip need Dust 2 to go. You know, they need to win it. Otherwise, they're going to be going out of this one. The losers. Here comes the push middle. LDLC just charging on through. Flowers going to push through smoke. Gets one. But that's probably not enough. A 1-for-1 on CT is just not good enough. And Kirashima's going to push in and take down Forest. And now a 4-on-2 situation exists with the Scar 20. Misses the shot. So the bomb will go down safely. And at this point, do they decide to save the guns? Yes, they do. Okay, it's hotting up. So LDLC, they're going to be on 15 rounds. Nip are going to save those 2 guns. Hopefully, that's what they will aim for. So LDLC, they're going to be on match point. So they're either going to win it or we're going to see overtime. So this has just been a phenomenal match. And that means that my prediction was wrong and yours was right. So congratulations.
Well, I predicted 16-13, so I can't get that anymore. But if LDLC do win, then I guess we're kind of... Either way, we're both kind of right, Jono, because we called it would be close. Whatever happened, we thought this game would be close to existence. With that, Auto Sniper is going to finish off things nicely. And those were 2 important weapons to save, because you look at the economy of NIP. If they lost that Auto Sniper and the M4 as well, they'd have been in dire straits. So that was important all by itself. They have been able to pick up a couple of FAMASs. And we'll now be going forward into the next round. 15-14 the scoreline, Jono. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's really great. What a fantastic match. So this is it, ladies and gentlemen. 15-14. The magic number being 16. LDLC just 1 away from, I'd say, a little bit of an upset, to be honest. They'll be doing this in 2 maps. So let's see what they're going to do for this round. Nip, 2 members on the B-bomb site, 1 in middle, and not much defense being put up towards A. So they're going to, you know, they're set up for the B push here. A lot of emphasis over on B. So that might come back to bite them as LDLC are going to be making their way towards A. Smiths opens up onto Exist. And that means now just 1 member. No, sorry, they're not actually going to push in. I was going to say 1 member is going to be there to defend. They've rotated 1 over. So that means 2 on the A bomb site. 1 mid, 1 B. They're very split up mid. This could go either way. As Freiberg actually finds the frag onto NBK. So forwards and backwards. This is it. The push is going to be short, so let's see how well they're going to defend it. Get Right's on long, and they've got 1 member on the side who drops to a Molotov. Shoxy gets him. Kirashima also gets Freiberg. Now Get Right spraying wildly does take down Kirashima, but it's going to be backstabbed. Can he get the frag? No, he can't. Now Forest in a 1 versus 3. And he drops. Ladies and gentlemen, LDLC 16-14. They do it in 2. Wow, most of the people were not expecting that result, me being one of them. Fantastic stuff from LDLC, and I don't really think